So why don't churches teach this? We know that 63% of the United States identifies as Christian. And 1 in 5 of those have never read the Bible in its entirety. And only 20% of the U.S. attends church on a regular basis. So I understand the church's plight in trying to keep everything kind of like on a broad, surface level, mass appeal type of situation. But the quality of one's marriage is the primary factor when it comes to the quality of your life. And so while praying together and learning how to communicate effectively are certainly important, so is sex, especially to married guys who aren't getting any. And the sad reality is that the majority of men don't get either one from his wife on a regular basis. And the lack of sex isn't something that's an isolated problem. Stats say that 25 to 50% of marriages are sexless, and sexless is defined as having sex 10 times or less in a year. So that means on any given Sunday, half the people sitting in those pews, half the people sitting in those chairs are living in a dysfunctional marriage. And when I say dysfunctional, I mean dysfunctional in a way in which one or both of the people are not getting their core needs met. But a man's need for frequent sex is this taboo subject in the church, and they refuse to bring this up to the women in the congregation. It's a topic that makes people blush. It's kind of difficult to talk about, but it's not as if it's not in the Bible. I've never heard the church tell women how to properly love a man. And I'm going to tell you right now, it involves a lot more than praying together. At best, the subject is tiptoed around, kind of like integrated a little bit within the emotional connection aspect topic. If the lack of sex is such a huge problem in the churches, why is it not being addressed? Well, I believe it's because while the church's primary goal is to bring people to Christ, there is a business side to running a church. The building, the lights, the administration, these all cost money. Like it costs real money to run a church. And if you piss off the wife for any reason, it could be that she doesn't like the pastor. It could be that she doesn't like the general messages being brought about. Heck, it could even be if she doesn't like the color of the walls. The reality of the situation is that if she doesn't like the church, if you piss her off, she will take her family to another church. And a loss in the number of people attending the church directly impacts that financial side. It's all intertwined. So I understand that they have to kind of like balance these two of their primary core messaging of bringing people to Christ, while at the same time not doing anything that's going to piss off a significant number of people in the church, even if the message is biblical.